What's up with my people? Welcome once again to the Radical Black American, where we do things in a black way, just a little bit different. I am your host, Umoja. I'm really excited about today. I cannot lie. Today I'm going to be doing a black State of the Union address, and I think it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited about it. I hope you get something out of it. A little bit about what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to talk about the state of Black America, going to talk about economic disparities, going to talk about things like education, things like healthcare. It's literally going to be like a State of the Union address. I'm about to put on my suit and tie game, even talk about some criminal justice stuff, but mostly I'm going to talk about our state in America and what the future going to look like. And I hope y'all really tap in and share this, and you're going to have a good time. Come on in. Peace with it. Good evening, my fellow Black Americans. Tonight, I stand before you to deliver a message of critical importance, the State of the Union addressing Black America. In the shadow of the recent presidential debate, we are reminded that our voices, our struggles, and our triumphs often go unaddressed by those seeking to lead this nation. It is our duty to shine a light on the issues that matter most to us and to chart a path forward together. Let's talk about the state of Black America, y'all. Today, Black America stands at a crossroads. We face persistent economic disparities, educational inequities, healthcare challenges, and systemic injustices. Yet, amid these struggles, we see the strength, resilience, and ingenuity of our community. I say that instead of struggle, it is time for Black folks in America to strive. Instead of symbolic victories, our strength and resilience need to be felt and seen through industry and self-reliance. This address is a call to action, to acknowledge where we are, to recognize the progress we have made, and to commit to the work that lies ahead. On economic disparities. Economic disparities continue to plague Black Americans. According to the Federal Reserve, the median wealth of white families is nearly 10 times greater than that of Black families. Unemployment rates for Black Americans remain consistently higher than the national average. And despite these challenges, we see hope in the rise of we see hope in the rise of Black entrepreneurship. Businesses like Black Wall Street and Tulsa, Oklahoma back in the day remind of our potential. While we cannot sell soaps and t-shirts to nationhood, we must support Black-owned businesses through initiatives like the Black Business Fund and community investment programs. Financial literacy and access to capital are crucial to bridging this gap. All of these things that I speak to are not impossible tasks. This isn't a man talking just to be talking. We can do this if we decide that we are worth the work. On education is the cornerstone of our future, y'all. Yet our children often attend underfunded schools with fewer resources. The National Center for Education Statistics reports that Black students are less likely to have access to advanced courses and experienced teachers. We must push for equitable funding and support programs like the United Negro College Fund and historically Black colleges and universities, HBCUs, that provide opportunities for our youth. My people, now, you can tell me about how HBCUs have graduated more doctors, lawyers, and MBAs than any other college. But I got to tell you that whatever fruit came from that tree is not the best fruit. Until any of those attendees and alumni organize our people to do whatever it takes to commit to ourselves, it is indeed time for something new. And it starts with community involvement in schools to ensure our kids receive the education they deserve. Every educated person in this world understands the importance of early education when it comes to guiding the youth. And even today, there is an argument on whether to teach our children that enslaving their ancestors was a good thing, benefits and all. We must take full control of our children's education, y'all. Hard stop. Let's talk about healthcare now. Healthcare disparities are a matter of life and death, like literally. Black Americans continue to suffer high rates of chronic illnesses like hypertension and diabetes. This is just more standard Black American culture that we cannot keep ignoring. COVID-19 pandemic laid bare the inequities in our healthcare system, with Black communities experiencing high infection and mortality rates. Mental health is another crucial area, often stigmatized by us and overlooked. Organizations like Black Mental Health Alliance are working to change this. We must stop advocating for policies that serve to merely stall us from facing our problems regarding America health disparities head on. I'm here to tell y'all something I keep trying to relate to my people. You cannot heal from hundreds and hundreds of years of trauma while you are still living directly under it. I'll say it again. It is impossible to heal from trauma when you're living directly in it. And when it comes to healthcare, just to start, if we really talking, Black African Americans should never pay a single dime to this government, not until a nation is established. Now, I know the average American of any race will mock that proclamation and talk about taxes and the debt ceiling, blah, blah. We all understand that this country is run by crooks that have been robbing the American people for decades and decades and decades. The detail of this robbery belong in the world court, not on a podcast. So let's skip that and let's talk about criminal justice reform, or lack thereof, I should say. The criminal justice system continues to disproportionately affect Black Americans. From police brutality to mass incarceration, systemic racism is evident. The Black Lives Matter movement brought these issues to the forefront, demanding accountability and reform. Recent measures, such as the George Foreman Justice and Police Act, are symbolic steps in the right direction. However, we must stop focusing on what they are going to do and not do and focus solely on what we are doing and going to do. For instance, what are we going to do about gang violence, wiping out generations of our young men in some parts of the country and women, What are we going to do about foreigners setting up shop? It's a culture of foreigners setting up shop in our neighborhoods and giving nothing to it, leaving them raggedy and providing drugs and alcohol that fuels the crime in the neighborhoods. What are we going to do about vigilantes and rogue officers who take the law into their own hands and harm our people, even to the point of death? What are we going to do about that, my people? We have relied on their law, have we not? And we have observed that there are parts of their law that doesn't seem to agree with us as a people, have we not? Therefore, it is up to us to protect ourselves from ourselves and outsiders alike, including the police. Talk about political representation and participation and lack thereof. Now, political representation is key to making our voices heard. We live in a highly concentrated in terms of political atmosphere in this country. While we have seen an increase in Black elected officials throughout history, we are still underrepresented at many levels of government. Civic engagement is crucial as well. Initiatives like Black Voters Matter and Fair Fight Action are working to ensure that our votes count. And contrary to my lack of belief in outcomes pertaining to American politics, I do admit that it is imperative that we participate in every election and hold our representatives accountable. But don't get me started on the Congressional Black Caucus. But together, I actually believe that we can shape policies that reflect our needs and aspiration. Together is the key word, my people, because history has shown us that this system is not all that we have. Think, my people, think. What is preventing us from creating our very own system, even our own political party? Be courageous, my people. I can even feel your fear through these frequencies. We can do our own thing, even here in America, but it takes first a belief in ourselves, which brings me to cultural empowerment. Our culture is our strength. From music and art to literature and film, Black culture has shaped and enriched the world. Yet our contributions are often undervalued or appropriated to others. We must celebrate and support Black artists, musicians, writers, and filmmakers. Platforms like the African American Cultural Heritage Action Fund work to preserve and promote our cultural heritage, and embracing our history and culture empowers us to inspire future generations. But look at what's actually getting promoted and attention, y'all. Nasty rappers and other shucking and jiving media entertainers. It's past time that we take full control of our image. If we do not change the trajectory of our existence in America, y'all, what will our culture be but a bunch of black entertainers laughing with the elite, whack rappers wasting money on clothes and boat, and the rest poor blacks singing their songs while getting high? It's time that we do something about it. I say that unity and collective action is our power. We must come together. We must come together. We must come together, bridging the gaps within our community. Organizations like the National Urban League and NAACP, I can't even say them right, they're so fake, have long proclaimed to be champions of our causes. Where are they? Where are they? If our people is seeing that the people who claim to be there for their people the most aren't coming together for the betterment of the black race, then who the fuck is? I'm calling for you listening to this to stop sitting on the sidelines and get involved yourself. No one is coming to save us. And please believe this. We need saving. That's for damn sure. So, our vision for the future must be bold. Investing in education, supporting black businesses, advocating for policy changes, and nurturing our cultural heritage are all steps towards a brighter tomorrow. Programs like My Brother Keeper, Black Girls Code, they paving the way. It's up to us to continue the momentum. We can't just dream of a better future. We must build it. In conclusion, y'all, the state of Black of America is one of resilience and potential. Still, we face challenges, but we are not defined by them. Our history is rich with examples of perseverance and triumph. And as we move forward, let's draw strength from our past, address the issues of the present, and build a future that reflects our true potential. Thank y'all for joining me in this crucial conversation. And I encourage you to find some urgency within yourself. We must be better. Hey y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed that, and I encourage you to join the conversation, share your thoughts, get involved, especially, man. Because together I know we can make the difference. Please contact me directly or follow any of the links you see on my social media. You can find me at Umoja Black, Radical Black American, Nationhood Influencer on TikTok. And I'm really, the goal of this podcast is really to get people to contact me and see what I'm really doing, to see what's really going on. This actually was a really serious topic for me, and I wanted to just do it like I'm doing a dress, right? like some political stuff, but it really is a serious topic, and I really take it serious, and I fear that a lot of us don't understand the urgency. A lot of us really are so engulfed in the politics of them, like it pertains to us, like we're okay with the scraps, whatever happens to us, just being on the outside, yeah, man. But when it comes to us and us alone, no one has a plan for us. No one has a plan for us, y'all. We must have a plan for us, though, not just you individually, because individually we all get lost in the sauce and just get lost in the clouds. Y'all know what I'm talking about. There is no us. We must develop a us. Everyone else sees us as a us, but when it comes to us, there is no us. It doesn't exist. Us don't even know where us is. Us don't even know how many of us is. Us don't even know how much money we have. We let them do even that for us, but not for us. It's for them. So they know how much money we have. So they know where we're working. So they know where the ones of us have money at, live at. So they know where the educated ones of us is, so they can take us and take us to their armies, take us to their businesses, take us so they can take our geniuses. That's what we let them do. We let them do that. No one is allowing them to do that except us, y'all. Sorry. This is the truth. This is the hard truth that we just don't want to talk about. And it's time that we change that. And that's what this is about. So get at me. I'm going to leave links I'm gonna leave links in everything I post, every podcast, and all my profile pages, all that good stuff. I'm gonna leave links for my personal, for my. You can get at me. Well, if you're already on my platform, you already got at me personally, but really to the organization, how you can come in and get on. Sign up at the BAIO social network. That way, we just verify that you actually are Black, and then you come into the fold. We're on Discord. We're on WhatsApp. We're doing our Zoom meetings in Liberia with the Liberian population. It's going incredibly well. We're actually doing a lot, man. We're doing a lot with so little. That's the crazy part about it. We're doing a lot with so little. And it's like, I mean, I don't know how to explain it because I understand that it's a big world and a lot of people are doing a lot of things, but it really is a trip. It's like really having a crazy talent and the people in your town don't even see it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like having this, I think that's a good analogy. Like you having a crazy talent and the people in your town just take it for granted and they don't see it. And then but everybody outside of your town is like, this dude's incredible. This dude's incredible. Then you leave your town and just be all right. And that's how I feel like the stuff that we doing, right? Like for real, because people do little different parts about it, but actually building, like we actually have a school in Liberia. We actually be there Saturday mornings. You know what I mean? Like really talking to you. I actually called the brother he's like the main instructor there in Liberia and we pay this young brother and everything a salary for teaching in the school, right? And I talked to him for a few minutes talking about like, hey, yo, we need to start touching some younger Liberians so they understand too, like 12, 13-year-old boys and girls, right? Like, and he's like, I feel that, brother, for real. That type of stuff is really happening. And I'm like, how are y'all not excited about that? Like, how? It's just, man. And I didn't heard a lot of stuff that really rocked me, but damn, the fact that we so apathetic about our future is nuts to me.